Hi everyone, Tim the Plane Man here, and welcome to Plane Time Ardupilot Terrain Issue Edition. So we found a problem with the terrain data in Ardupilot, and we have a fix. In the interest of openness and just culture, it's very important to share this information. Yes, it's a problem with a part of the Ardupilot environment, and yes, we found it because somebody crashed their aircraft. So the Ardupilot team has been working feverishly to identify the issue, uncover any related issues, and find a fix that will make flying Ardupilot vehicles safer for everyone. Credit to the whole team. This is my small contribution to explain the issue and the fix. There's a link in the description for a detailed blog post by our system lead, Andrew Tridgell. First, this is about terrain. If you never turn on terrain enable on your Ardupilot vehicles, then this doesn't affect you. This only applies if you fly terrain relative, either auto missions or other flight modes that use terrain if turned on. If this isn't you, there's nothing you need to do. Second, the problem is some inaccurate terrain data. If you turn on Terrain Enable, Ardupilot needs to know where the ground is. The way it does this is by loading Ardupilot data in DAT files, also known as tiles. This can happen dynamically on the fly, or it can be done by preloading the data files onto your Ardupilot SD card in a folder called Terrain under /APM on the SD card. Out of thousands of files, a few had incorrect data. This means that flying an Ardupilot plane, quad, multi-rotor, blimp, or helicopter in terrain relative mode, there's a risk that Ardupilot could think the ground is far lower than it is and possibly fly right into it. Here's a map that shows where some of those errors are. As you can see, it's not everywhere. It's limited specific places. But if you're anywhere near or you fly anywhere near those places, well, you have to be careful. So, third, what do you need to do? This is the most important thing. Delete your old terrain data. Get rid of it and get new terrain data. If you preload your data on an SD card, like I always do, delete the /APM/terrain folder from your whole fleet on every plane, on every SD card that you have. Go to terrain.ardupilot.org and download a new set of data for where you fly and copy that onto your SD card. If you rely on the GCS, so Mission Planner, Ground Control, Nav Proxy, or some other GCS to send you the data, to the flight controller, you need to delete any local cached version of the data that ground control software might have on your hard drive. For Mission Planner, it stores this on the C drive on your a PC, on a Mac, it's under your user directory. Fourth, and my personal recommendation, use terrain spacing equals 30. I think is a good recommendation in any case. Generally, using 100-meter tiles has a number of issues because the resolution isn't just good enough in any case, but also note that the SRTM3 or 100-meter data had more issues. If you have a look at the blog post, you'll see that. The very first thing I do when I set up a new Ardupilot build is set terrain enable equals 1, terrain spacing equals 30, and then I also download the SRTM1 30-meter spacing data onto my SD card for wherever I fly. So that's it. We have a problem with terrain data in Ardupilot. Getting new data files fixes it. Lastly, Ardupilot 4.7, and we'll be starting the beta for that soon as I record this video, will introduce a pre-arm check that will go and check the data files and make sure that there's not old data on the flight controller when it flies. And that will basically sort of force you to check and fix the data, so that's coming. But for now, you have to do it yourself. So please delete your old data files and get new terrain data whenever you're flying with Terrain Enable, especially in any of those risky areas that I've shown you on the map. Tim the Plane Man, over and out.